What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to show you guys how I dropped 30 minutes off my Murph time and how you guys can hopefully do the same. So, it's actually pretty simple. I'm going to try to make this video pretty quick. It may be something that you guys have already heard before. I realized recently that it is a somewhat common way of doing the Murph that I wasn't aware of when I originally started my 30-day Murph challenge. By the way, if you haven't seen that video, I did a Murph every day for 30 days, and I'll drop a link somewhere either in the description or around here or at the end of this video. So check that out if you're interested. But when I started that, I was doing what I thought I had to do, and what is still a pretty common misconception as far as what people think they have to do with regards to the Murph. I did my 1 mile run, and then following that with the body weight exercises, the 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats. I thought that I had to do all 100 pull-ups before I could move on to push-ups, and then finish all of my push-ups before I could move on to the squats. It's another way that people try to mix it up, make it harder, but it isn't a requirement as far as the Murph according to CrossFit or anything that I could find about how Lieutenant Michael Murphy did this exercise. Lieutenant Michael Murphy, by the way, being the person who created this exercise and who it is in memory of now on Memorial Day. So yeah, I couldn't find anything about that. But on the first day of my 30-day Murph challenge, I did that method, and I posted a time of 65 minutes, an hour and 5 minutes, and which isn't awful, or it might be awful, I don't know, but it wasn't anywhere near what I thought I would be able to do or what I expected of myself. So yeah, it wasn't good. In the next 4 days following that, I tried to mix it up after realizing I didn't have to do it that way, and so the second day I max out. I would do as many pull-ups as I could, then I'd do as many push-ups as I could, then as many squats as I could, and then I'd go back to the beginning and keep maxing out until I got to the end. And that was really, really tiring. It was a little bit faster, but super tiring and still not very good. Still nowhere near where I thought I'd be able to do. Following that, I transitioned to doing a circuit. So it was still a circuit, but this time in rigid sets of an exercise. So all the circuits were going to be the same, whether I chose 15 pull-ups or whatever. I would do 15 for each circuit until I got to the end. But it was still an amount of pull-ups where after the first few rounds, I'd have to hop off the bar and take a break in between before I could get back up and keep doing them again. And that wasted a lot of time. A lot of time. In that first 5 days, I only dropped 8 minutes, which really wasn't anywhere near the improvement that I thought I'd be able to achieve. So I knew I had to mix it up again. On day 6, I did the strategy that I'm about to tell you guys. That is the topic of this video. And between the 5th day and the 6th day, with a 1 day difference of time, 5 days in, pretty sore, like very tired, and doing another Murph, I dropped 22 minutes in time, from 57 minutes to a 35-minute posting on day 6, and from the first day, 30 minutes overall. And I was able to continue to progress from that 35-minute mark in the following 24 days of the challenge. And so basically what I did was I kept with the theme of circuits, of going pull-ups, push-ups, squats, back to the beginning, pull-ups, push-ups, squats. But instead of trying to max out or do as many or just high reps for each of my sets, I decided I was going to break it down to a number of reps that at the very end of all of my exercises, I would still be able to go all the way through without taking a break. So instead of doing 15 pull-ups and doing 8 of those, then having to hop off, break, breathe, shake out my arms, shake out my grip, and then hop back up and do the remaining 7, I would just be able to go all the way through. So for me, that number was 5. And this is where I'm pretty sure it's a fairly common method. There's a 5, 10, 15 method that I think is pretty common in gyms. But if you haven't heard of it, now's the time, and I have a slight tweak on it as well that might help you if you can't do the 5, 15 or it's not ideal for you. For me, it was 5, 10, 15, which meant 20 rounds of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats to get to the 100, 200, and 300. And with that, I could do all 5 push-ups, then do all 10 pull-ups, then all 10 push-ups, then all 15 air squats, and then immediately cycle back to the beginning with no breaks in between those exercises other than transitioning, and with no breaks in between each cycle of the circuit other than transitioning. So all of that extra break time was cut out, and that's what took the 22 minutes off. I wasn't spending any time breaking. Instead of letting my lats rest while just standing still and shaking out, I was letting my lats rest while I was doing my push-ups and while I was doing my squats. And then after I finished both of those, by the time I got back around, I was well rested enough to be able to pump out that 5 again. The same goes for push-ups. You rest your chest and your triceps while you're doing your squats and your pull-ups. And you rest your legs while you're doing your pull-ups and your push-ups. So, super huge. Try it out. It might not be 5, 10, 15 for you. That's what it happened to be for me. And it was convenient because it lined up in 20 even rounds to hit the 100, 200, and 300 marks. But if you can do more than that, like say you can do 8 push-ups, or pull-ups, you could do 8 pull-ups, 16 push-ups, and 24 squats. And then do cycles of that. It's not going to be as even, but you may be able to still eke out a little bit more time off by taking away from some of the transitions, having to do less cycles. And if you can't do 5, 10, 15, and that's what you've been doing, but you can do 2 pull-ups all the way to the end, like you know you can hit 2 pull-ups no matter what, then do 2 pull-ups, 4 push-ups, 6 air squats. And you're going to have to do 50 rounds of that, which is kind of tedious, but this whole thing is kind of tedious. Just pump it out. It's still going to be hard, but that should save you some time still, I would think. For the same reasons. You're taking away all of the aimless resting time, and you're still being productive during that break. So try it out this Memorial Day. If this video helped you, drop a like. Please try it out on Memorial Day and comment and let me know what your time was before and then what your time was on Memorial Day using this method or whenever you want to try it out. That'd be sweet. And comment, let me know if you have any other things that you'd like to see from me, any other ideas, and subscribe for future content. I will be putting out the video that I promised before in my 30-day Murph challenge video about how I squatted, doing barbell squats every day for 60 days, which I saw a pretty huge improvement from, and other content on here and on my Instagram at cjpstott, S-T-O-T-T, which you guys can follow me there and just hang out, see what's up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this helps you guys, and have a great day. Peace.